right, my people, let's get this on. I have to check that the connection was correct. I will keep myself muted, and every time I see something, that's when I unmute myself. Good morning, Liz. So I'm gonna do like I call it window shopping. Go take a sweep of the market, check what the market got for us, and as soon as I see something interesting, then I will unmute myself and explain it. All right, so first and foremost, we had CPI readings on GBP, as we can see here. And it's Wednesday today, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So we had CPI readings, and they came out. Let's refresh this thing, see how they came out, because it looks like it came out very bearish. It came out bullish, actually. Sorry, but it came out bullish. Yeah. I'm saying it wrong. So the CPI. So basically, what happened is the inflation reading came out higher than expected for the Great British Pound, so the GBP, and therefore you see the British Pound pumping. Why is it pumping? If the inflation is going up, it's because that will probably make them have to increase interest rates, which is good for the British Pound, of course. So that sets the British Pound off in a bullish direction. And that is that. So let's look at Euro GBP also. Oh, you see this. This is because because GBP has been pumping, so the EJ has been dumping. All right. Interesting. So this kind of presents an interesting opportunity for us, because I've been saying it before that. Let me put my camera on so you guys see me. So, anyways, so we've been talking about GU for a while now, right? It's been behaving as it has been behaving. So we have this downtrend on the weekly time frame, even on the monthly time frame. So it's a downtrend that has been going on since 2014. So it's been going on for a while, right? And what we have done is we have reached the top, the resistance of this downtrend, and bouncing off it right now, actually for the second time, and for the second time within a year. And if we zoom in on that, what we see is we have this accumulation that has been going on here for a while now. We have this sideways movement. We've been ranging between 1.26300 to 1.27650. We broke out of that, and I said I want to see market take out this low, so that we can that would confirm our bearish bias. All right, that we bounced off here, and then we're continuing with a bearish structure. All right, so we have done that, and what's happening now? We have entered. Okay, if we zoom out again, then what do we see? We have this top down to this bottom. This is the COVID dip, and we have basically tapped into the sweet spot of this big ass zone. All right, and now we're bouncing off. We're bouncing up again, and that bounce off is basically what I see here is a pullback. So we have pushed down, and we're doing a pullback back up now again to the area that we broke. So this low, these lows that we broke here. And when we do that, we want to see, okay, what zone is interesting for us to enter for a sell, for a bigger sell, all right? And you guys see the zones directly. I've marked them out quite clearly. So the zone of interest for us, if we look on a 4-hourly time frame, are number one, of course, this fair value gap that is inside this big order block that is on the daily. Let's take it back to the daily so you guys see. Oh. All right, my trading view was just bugging a little bit. So, anyways, on a daily, you see this candle here. That's the order block that pushed, that broke the structure. So it's a very strong order block, all right? This yellow candle that you see here. And that candle, let me just mark this thing out here. When we zoom in, inside that order block, it gives us two levels. It gives us this fair value gap that we got here, and it gives us this order block inside this order block. So a refined order block, basically, that you see at around 1.25 400, and the fair value gap starts at 1.25 100. So these are our zones of interest where we want to sell from. So basically starting there and it's ending up here. All this together is 73 pips. So of course we don't want to go into a trade with 73 pips, but I'm marking it out now. So when we get here, when we start approaching these zones, what we will do is we will look for reversal confirmations, basically. All right, we want to see those reversal confirmations, and when we get them, that's when we're entering. So that's our trade on GU that is brewing up, that is building up. Good morning, Annette. Welcome. Oh, Liz, is it only you or Annette? Katze, do you guys have the same problem as Liz have? You can't see my screen? Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. My bad. Let me correct that. Let me correct that. Thank you, Liz, for making me aware of that. Yeah, now you should see everything. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, something like that. That should be good. Let me know if it's good now. All right, guys. So this is our trade for GU. Okay. Target levels on this trade. First and foremost, these lows down here. That's a target of about 380 pips. So it's a very it's a swing trade basically. But it doesn't mean that you have to hold it all the way down here. You can actually take profits at multiple levels along the way. So you're going to have multiple lows here that you can take profit from. It depends on also what like prop firm you're trading from and so on. If you trade, for example, with a prop firm that don't allow you to hold trades over weekend, yeah, well, then you got to make more take profits, or you got to take profit along the way, depending on when this trade triggers. But I think it will trigger today actually. This is what I'm targeting, like this. And you see I have multiple TPs on the way. So I will post this one in the Telegram channel so you guys have it. You guys see what I'm looking at. And remember what I said, that we must get the confirmation first that it turns. So we want to see candles, reversal candles, and we want to see some form of change of character on the 3-minute. Maybe the silver bullet will give us the entry opportunity if this thing pumps up until 9 o'clock or maybe 4 o'clock. It will come, but we want to see some form of reversal up here, reversal confirmation. So I'm posting this now. And this is why it's so good to be on the lives, because then you get the explanation, and then you know that people that see this now just on Telegram and hasn't been on the live, they don't know that. They will think that as soon as it enters here, that's the entry. Might be, but we want to take the safe before the unsafe. We want to not risk more than necessary, and therefore we always want those confirmations first. Boom. Boom. Posted. You guys have it in the trade ideas. So that's GU. We have about 2 minutes until London opens. Let's see if anything is rushing here. We always have those liquidity sweeps just before London opens, and the market turns. So gold is doing a sweep here, as you see. Oh, this is looking bearish. Let's see what it does, because we got on gold, we got, let's see here, we got Asian high here. Boom. That's Asian high. We got an Asian low, and gold is in the middle of it. Then we got true day open, and that is 6 o'clock. This one open. Boom. Perfect. Oh, that's the wrong one. True day, and that is what the market is facing as resistance right now. Okay, market is rejecting the true day. Let's see. Big chance the market reverses from here and drops down to the support level or deeper. If I would take a trade from here, a sell, then it will look like this. I want to get the reversals first, and then I will take it here, only to this level. But right now, no. I want to see some strong confirmations before that. That's basically a scalp, a little scalp. We have it's 80 pips. It's not a scalp, but it's an intraday trade. So we have London open. Oh, that was a slow loading. All right. So here, if we're looking at the EMAs, then what are we? We are bullish, right? Let's see. Let's take it from the 1 hour. 1 hour, bullish. 30-minute, bullish. 15, bullish, bullish. From the 5-minute, we are bearish. 5 minutes is confirming this zone. Interesting. Me personally, I'm not going to take this one. It's a very potential setup, but a little bit risky. Of course, everything is risky that we do here, but what I mean is it's a little bit too risky. So I'm leaving this one. But as a setup, if you guys like it, you are more than welcome. I would wait for at least this EMA to be taken out, at least. I would rather enter on the pullback then. So market would do something like this. Maybe I even enter if it happens. That this order block here, this small order block, has created support, confluent with 50%. Market rejected and then bounce off the EMA. That could be the entry and the confirmation for the entry. In the meantime, I will have to take another look at GU. Just want to see if it makes its way up. No, it's reversing now already. It took out these highs, took out liquidity here, and it's reversing a little bit. But I think it's a strong chance that it bounces off the 61.8. Boom. We got the EMA here, confluent on the 50 minute. I hope it bounces off and comes back to our zone of interest. That would be perfect. This is the game of patience that when we're waiting for the trade to approach our level, all right? Now, let's look at EURUSD, a quickie, because we are actually in a trade here. Is anybody still in this trade that I called out 2 days ago and it hasn't moved anywhere? It's just chopping around here. I called it up Monday, 9 o'clock something-ish. Yeah, maybe it was later when this drop happened. And since then, we've just been chopping around sideways. Is anybody still in this trade? You say I am still in it. I closed most of my positions down here, just because it was chopping around so much. But now, when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about opening up a new position again. We'll see. Because it looks like it wants to turn bearish. Why do I see? What is it that I see? Liquidity, market dipped above, swept liquidity, and now let's see if it reverses. Maybe I enter from a silver bullet or something. So I still have a position. I have 1.5 lot open on this one. But I need, I had 6 lots open on it. I've closed everything except for 1.5 lot. So if market takes out this low, comes back up and does a pullback, classic silver bullet basically, then I think I'm gonna enter with more. That would also put us on the right side of the EMAs. Yeah, here also on the 5 minute. On the 50 minute, we're already on the right side, so that is no worries. Okay. The funny thing is, I traded a lot yesterday. I couldn't call it out because I was scalping like crazy yesterday, and I made about 3% on my account yesterday. It was crazy. It was a good day, but it was just scalping. It was old-fashioned scalping. I used to do that a lot before, but I just saw a lot of scalping opportunities. But otherwise, yeah, I kind of agree with you, Lizzie, because was the same thing, and like that's why I was scalping, because I had difficult to find anything else to really get into. Speaking of that, okay, this one we let it do its thing. Market is quite still. There ain't much happening right now. Very dead market, but it will probably start moving very soon. But speaking of that, I hope you guys watched eurojpy analysis that I made yesterday. But just to recap it quick. So what we're waiting for there is, let's do like this. We're waiting for market to take out this high on the 4 hourly. This is the high that created this massive push down, this low. So it's a very strong and important high to take out. And just above it, we have this order block also. So, and like basically all of this here that you see is an order block. All of this here is just massive accumulation, a lot of orders, a block of orders that has caused this drop. So I want to see market take out this high here, and on the pullback, somewhere around this vicinity, this support that will be created, then we want to enter for a buy situation. We have a long way up to go. That's also a very nice trade. Let's see if it plays out sometime very soon. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, now it's looking very choppy. It needs to get some volume. I think today it will show itself. GJ Similar situation. CJ. This one, unfortunately, we never came into our point of interest. This was our point of interest. This was our optimal entry zone that we wanted to catch. But market has started to turn already before, so I don't know. Seems like it wants to make its way higher, because this fair value gap here, it has already tested it once, and it's making its way up to it again. So we'll see what happens. But it's nothing for us there right now. So looking at the AC AUD CAD, we have an interesting situation there. I was looking at trade this morning, but I don't know. This is the setup I was looking at. I'm not so sure about it anymore. And I actually think also market wants to come up and grab, like, even if this setup plays out, it wants to grab at least the liquidity from these highs, fair value gap, order block. So not right now. It's not interesting right now. You need to see some strong confirmations then. Chopping around. Everything is chopping around. Nothing is really moving. Dixie is also quiet still. Quiet still. Guys, listen. If you're watching the news, stop watching the news, because it's just bullshit propaganda. Watch independent journalists instead, so you guys see what's really going on in the world. Don't watch this program bullshit that the mass media is showing, because it's just lies, all of it. If you haven't realized it until now, then I'm sorry to lay out the facts, but I think most of you guys on the stream know it. But what I'm trying to say is, don't watch it, because it will give you the wrong bias on the market and what's going on in the world. All right, it's so much lies and bullshit is obnoxious actually. But the facts are that, or what's going on right now, that I think most of you already know, is that I don't know. I haven't watched anything this morning. I haven't seen what's going on, but as yesterday evening, we have a fuming Israel that probably wants to drop some bombs on Iran as a retaliation on the retaliation that Iran did. So it's that game back and forth now. But anyway, they want to move, but Israel want to move, want to attack, but of course the United States, the G7 countries don't want it to happen. But Israel seems to be very war hungry, very desperate also in a certain way. Netanyahu is the one that is pushing this. He's of course very desperate, because it's very embarrassing, the whole situation with him, for him, that is in right now with Gaza and everything. So he needs to push a war to kind of redeem himself. But the problem for him is that if Israel is alone in that war against Iran, they will guaranteed lose it. They have no chance against them. So what I'm trying to say with all of this, if this happens, if this conflict escalates, especially if the United States starts stepping into the picture, what happens is, first and foremost, Iran controls, I don't know what it's called, but it's a port for the oil ships where they travel through, where they go through, and that is where what is it, like 70% or 80% of all oil to the world goes through that port. And Iran, if they want, they can close it, so all that oil gets cut off. If that happens, yeah, just think for yourself. First and foremost, what's going to happen is US oil is going to fly. So this oil price that you see here is going to skyrocket. And the same thing with gold. So gold and oil will skyrocket. So it's important that you guys keep an eye on that. I would recommend good people to follow on Twitter, independent journalists that you can follow on Twitter that are down there reporting and actually giving the truth, the fact. You will only find them on Twitter because they're getting censored on every other platform, because Instagram, Facebook, and all of these ones, they would in YouTube, they want to show what they want to show. They have their narratives, and that's it. So, but Twitter is a different story. Elon Musk does what he does. So, watch independent reporters and see what they report about the situation, so you guys know the situation before it happens, before it escalates. You buy the rumors, you sell the news. When people sell on the news, it's already too late. So what I'm trying to say here, if you see that this escalate is that the situation is escalating, that the conflict is starting to escalate, then you know that you can expect gold and US oil and a lot of other stuff also to start going up, start flying actually. And then you want to position yourself in the right place. Okay, we got some movements here. We have broken below this the 238 EMA. We have broken below it. We have tapped into the order block here, so we are pushing up a little bit, basically retesting this EMA, but it's only 1 minute, so it's not strong. I would love to see it coming back all the way up and test it up here. Then maybe I will consider an entry. GU down, EU down. How's my trade going? Still alive? I have my stop loss at break even, and my stop loss is here. Or my entry is here actually, at 1.0632. How is that even possible? No, I'm looking at the wrong thing then. $1.0639 is my entries. Yeah, so I was close to getting stopped out. We'll see. Grab liquidity. It's making its way down. If not, then it's not. Like I said, I already closed a couple of bags on this one. It didn't play out as I wanted to. I see a lot of potential for this one to drop. If you watch my forecast on this one, and I still think it will happen also, but maybe it wants to do another pullback before, and then I will see that pullback happen all the way into this fair value gap that we got here. This is also why I have the stop loss inside of that fair value gap. Place it inside of it. So I'm actually giving the market room to tap into this fair value gap if it wants to, and then drop. But right now, like I said, I've put my stop losses to break even. If it makes its way up, then I will look for a re-entry rather. And that's that. And if I see that re-entry, I will call it out to you guys so you guys know it. So we can take it together and enjoy it together, right? That is that. Very slow market. Not much to say right now. Not very much happening. I think I'm gonna let this one go for today. Did anybody enter gold? I don't think so. If you did here, then you're in profit. You're about 30 pips in profit right now. If you didn't, then you did a wise decision actually. I think you did a good decision then. Not because I think it's going to turn up and it's going to be a loss. It's because it's a risky move, and trading like that, will harm you eventually. Guys, that's it. I see nothing here. Let's take a quick look just at BTC before I'm ending the stream. So if you haven't watched the market overview on a BTC, the forecast on BTC that I did, just going to recap it a little bit. We had this triangle here, right? We had this triangle, wedge, call it whatever you want to call it. As you guys know, I don't trade patterns very much, but I watch them to kind of see what other people are seeing and to get a better picture of the market, to understand what it's doing. But I don't trade of it, and that's very important. So here, for example, we had this bullish pattern and it started to break out, and I saw a lot of people posting, and a lot of people saw this pattern. Of course, it was not only me seeing this pattern. So I saw a lot of people posting when we broke out here that, oh yeah, this is the breakout, and now we come and retest because it did a nice retest, and now we're gonna fly. Boom, a lot of people got liquidated. Went up, did the same thing again, boom, liquidated. Iran attacked Israel, boom, everybody got liquidated. So now we're on the sell side of this triangle. We have retested it, bounced back down. We are on the support here. This support is created by a massive order block that we have on the left side. And market is testing it and testing it again and again. And what do I say? When a support is being tested, it's like a sledgehammer beating the same level again and again. Eventually it will break. So what I see is these levels. So I see 52,000 Bitcoin up until 59-ish. All right. I think we're gonna go below 59, so about 58. Tap into liquidity below this low here. We might come all the way down to 52, 53,000. All right. If we come down to 52, 53,000, that is this order block, because down here what you see is an order block. If we come down to those levels, oh man, I'm throwing everything in. I'm all in on accumulating. Because now, like on the fundamental side, what has happened is we also have Hong Kong now that has opened up ETFs for Bitcoin and for Ethereum also. So it's very bullish, and there will be much more inflow. But now with the situation in the Middle East, it might push the market a little bit further down, which is very convenient. Now when these ETFs are open, that this happens, so that they can scoop up Bitcoin for a much lower price. And I think it's in 2 days, is the Bitcoin halving. Remember that. Nothing special will happen that you won't see an explosion in price. But what I think is, because everybody was anticipating Bitcoin halving here, so what I think is that we have a situation of buy the rumors, sell the news. So we might actually see a drop in price when the Bitcoin halving starts, and get into this area, this zone of price that I'm talking about, around 52,000 all the way up to 59. And from there, we will our entry for the next push up will present itself. So that is that, guys. I'm wrapping the stream up. It feels like I've been talking a lot, but like I said, there ain't much to see here. I'm not gonna touch gold today, not right now. From what I see, it did a perfect pullback actually, just as we wanted to, but I'm not gonna touch it anyway. I want to see this thing play out. We want to see market pump up higher so we can catch that trade. And we want to see this thing play out. And that is basically it for now. Anything else, I will let you guys know in the Telegram. Have a beautiful day. Trade safe. And I'm saying peace.